Hello and welcome to this playthrough of Factorio, where I am building a megabase on Earth. I am using a mod, Cities of Earth, focusing on the Old World Hemisphere. My goal is to reach 10,000 science per minute with a rail-based design. The resources are set to maximum size and density, and biters and pollution are turned off. The mod list is shown in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch channel, High Speed. Please come visit me there. Questions and comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. I hate it because it's the same as this design, and it's the same as that design, and it makes for an entirely boring layout. But at the macro level, I need it. Otherwise, I'd need like 40 times more machines. I'm not kidding. It cuts the number of furnaces down from like 1,200 to 400 or something. Not 40 times, but it's triple or quadruple. It's a massive difference. So if an assembler of satellites is going to get me 3 times the science, I'd be a fool not to use that assembler. Stormy Clouds, welcome. You get a hello as well. Which one will it be? Oh, same one. Oh, I'm sorry. Your poor ears. That's a rude awakening. One sec. Oh, I gotta go do something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that took a little bit. That train network is nice. Thank you. That's I like it. Could have done better, but it's pretty good. All right, let's get this built. Oh, the radio did die again. Well, there is if you're a subscriber, by the way, you can hit exclamation point NS for next song, and it will skip the song. It's not that the radio player dies so much as the music player that's built into this bot can't seem to process some tracks, and so it just doesn't play it. And they're all MP3s, so it should. I love at the end of this song, he says, "Carlos, you're making that guitar cry." Because he does. I don't know which one of you needs to be here to fix this, but I don't want it overlooked. I have no bots on me. How is that possible? We picked up everything that was there. Okay. Everything should be here then. Yep. Good. Well, let's go pick this up then. I don't think I want... Well, I'll just replace these with chests. Mucky! More rails, more faster. That's somebody's tagline. I need more chests. Give me that. You don't need it. Go pick stuff up. Oops. Give me those, give me these, give me that, give me them, give me that, and give me that. And now go away. So I just went and fiddled around with my contact lenses again, because I've been having a problem with them all day and I had to take them out. And I decided, well, you know what, I'll try them again and see if I can wear them. And in the process of putting them back in, I realized that for the second time in less than a month, my contact lens, they're daily disposables, but it was two contacts stuck together, and that's why they didn't feel right. I don't like that. I prefer that things that I'm putting into my eyeballs have perfect quality, and that they're using good quality modules in the Factorio mod. Callback. See what I did there? And you can't tell. It just feels like everything's blurry. Legendary contact lenses only. Yeah, Mucky, you just missed it, but we just had a conversation where I was convinced that the quality modules function of Factorio 2 is something that I'm going to actually engage in. I was 100% against it at the outset, but now I am more likely to support it in situations. And the reasoning goes, if I would use prod mods to and prod mods to get more value out of a rocket silo, why wouldn't I use? Wait a minute, that's the wrong module in there. Why wouldn't I use quality mods? Yeah, it's a step up of work effort, but why wouldn't I be willing to use quality mods to make a rocket silo deliver 3 times the science? It just doesn't make sense that I wouldn't do that. All right, so I want to push this as far down as I can. Now, I wouldn't use it in my normal factories, only if I'm doing some sort of a MegaBase or large building type thing. So that's going to be too far. So that's where this is going to go. So it looks like I've got some shooting to do. Why am I in a spider? My take was that the quality mods are a fair way down the track, and it would take some effort to get to the top tier, and even then it's a distributed outcome. So to get all that, you'd be at mega levels anyways, and prod mods are just part of the journey. Yeah. And it's, as was explained earlier, I didn't understand that they will increase the output of a rocket silo. The science that a rocket silo returns when you send a satellite. If you send a satellite of a certain quality, you'll get more science, up to 3 times more science. Well, if I can reliably get the science of 3 rocket silos from the science of 1 rocket silo, from the launching of 1 silo, well, I'm going to do that. I'll take that all day. Because think of all the support structures I don't have to build. And even if it was just double the science, right? I've got this thing here which has 4 rocket silos. If I wanted to get 10k SPM, or in this case I'm getting 4,000 science per minute out of this, or 3.5. If I could double the output and cut this in half, why the fuck wouldn't I do that? For a one-time investment of a legendary assembler, Okay, so the satellites have to be legendary, but the satellites are going to be made in a legendary assembler, which means that I have to have an assembler that makes legendary satellites. Okay, I've only got one of those. I'll put all those satellites on trains and ship them all over the frickin' planet. It's easier for me to destroy this than it is to repair it. So I've got to come up with names for these, because the names right now aren't good. Still, it's a static input that gets me dynamic improvement of a significant quantity. I'll take that. Alright, I must be out of power poles. Damn, that sucks. You have a way to add bots to a report using Cybertron? No. It is a gross oversight. Alright, what's missing here? Power poles? A bell. Power poles. Alright, let's get out of here. Come on, stuck. It turns out I didn't need you. But I do need a bunch of other people. So, I need Lycum. And I need little Zoe. And I could have just brought this. Let's not take you. Because you look like you have what I need. That train was cooking. Well, you literally got nothing in you, huh? That was well done then. Take all of this from me. Oh, it almost works. You won't need these. Go. Away. Your turn. Ooh, you're not full. That's bad. You won't need those or those. Well, you might need that. No! Damn it. I don't have... Oh, yeah. These. Take those and go here. Don't need any of that. Although I'd like to have my collection of those back. Oops, no. Did you take care of all this? No, there's still some power poles you need to take care of. Down here. Is this taken care of? Yes. I still need to build all that. Let me double check something. What do you need? 1, 2. You only need 2. So why am I going to add a third one on? Why am I picking 3 here? That's 9. That's 1. That's 1. At what point did I decide that I needed an extra mine? What have you got? What are you missing? What's missing here? Lurk, lurk. All right, so now I need to fix the naming on this. So this is going to be AB, because you're going to serve both of them. I could not do it that way, but I am going to do it that way. So what I've done here is I have A and B on these, and it might seem a bit confusing, but the purpose is that I needed to keep the rails, specifically the rails, from going off the rails. Now, rail delivery, what it was doing was it was overfeeding one assembler. So what was happening was that this rail assembler was also, these two rail assemblers, when it was over there, were both feeding the one purple science assembler. And so it was always supplied, and the other one was not. So to counteract that, I mean, I designed this so that this could support that. And so this was my way of preventing that, was to put an A and a B on there. Because my goal is 10,000 science per minute of all the sciences, and I wasn't getting it. I was getting half. And it might have eventually settled itself out, but I'm not the patient type on that one. Jonas, I am doing well. Thank you very much. As you can tell, I woke up this morning. As you can tell, I'm kind of high energy right now. But when I woke up this morning, I was not high energy. Let me tell you, this is one of those days where I did not want to push the start. I didn't even want to get out of bed. I mean, I literally slept like 2 hours longer. And it isn't that I slept. It's just that I just laid there and went, fuck me. I didn't get any response from the job offers that I posted in. So really struggling this morning. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm committed to streaming. And regardless of what I do for income, I'm going to keep streaming. And so I was like, well, I'm going to try and get something. Oh, that's right. I know what I'm going to do. And that's part of the reason why at the end of a stream, I always mark what I'm going to do at the next stream. And it stems from a lesson I learned from my mom about writing. I used to do creative writing, you know, like fiction, that sort of thing. And one of the things she said, hi, Vocom. One of the things she said is that if you want to write a story where you've got characters, then end your writing session halfway through the sentence. You know, like, and then the character said, or something to that effect. And what that will do is it will cause your brain to, when you go there to do the writing on the next session, it will cause your brain to pick up that character's voice, if you will. Because you have to get back into the same mindset in order to be able to continue writing what you were trying to write before. And I'm doing the same thing here in Factorio. I'm taking that advice here into Factorio, in so much as before I wrap up a session, I put down a marker of what it is that I want to do in the next session. And it really came into play today, this morning, in a huge way, because I knew what I was going to do, so it wasn't such an uphill climb to get started. Once I got myself out of bed, sitting down in front of the computer to stream was easy. Because I was able to say, oh yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Versus feeling, which I've had many times, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'll pass on streaming today. Or I'll pass on doing that today. But because I knew I had to increase LDS and I'd already mapped it out, and I knew I was going to increase Rails and I'd mapped it out, the heavy lifting of motivating myself was already done. I had, written half of the character's thoughts. Opened the quote, typed half a sentence, and then saved the file in my case, it was on a manual typewriter when I used to write. Just literally leave the paper in the typewriter and put the towel over the typewriter so I wouldn't see it and I wouldn't think about it. And that's what I did here last night when I signed off. I was feeling fine. I was feeling good. I woke up this morning like shit. But because I could see what was on the screen in my head, and I'd already said I'm going to do this, there was no challenge at all to actually doing this. Getting out of bed, on the other hand, was another fucking problem. But obviously, I got around that. So yeah, the general concept to extract from it is rather than, oh, I'll just finish this up before I... No. Leave it undone so that it draws you in. Also, my favorite hitchhiker Twitch is streaming again. First time in, well, months. And I'm happy to see that. He's in Canada, out on the West Coast, hitchhiking down to Los Angeles for an event. Okay, so what I need to do here is I'm going to have 2 trains. Yeah. Hi, kitty cat. So I need to send a dude up here to clean all that. I might have to drop this song for my rotation. By the way, I did add those Faces songs in there. I did not add the song request feature, though. Although I might add it with an actual monetary tie to it. I don't know how to do that, though. I'd have to have it. See, here's the thing. I want people to spend Twitch points, right? How do I give them a menu? And I'm thinking I'm going to end up writing a Twitch integration to do this. Because my brain can go, okay, well, if you spend $1.01 on Twitch points, which is like 101 Twitch points, then I can tie that to song request. And I can teach Mix It Up that when the Twitch points are exactly $1.01, then issue this command, right? And you'd have to supply a prompt. But if I were better at reading APIs and writing code, which is something I just struggle with forever, what I would do is there's a thing called a Twitch integration software that you can write like an overlay in Twitch where you can have it do things and give an interface and that sort of stuff. I hope I don't regret doing that. So if I were to write such an overlay, then people who wanted to spend money on things, I could have choices, just like I could have a UI, because it's JavaScript, it's HTML. I could have choices where you get to choose what you're going to spend the money on and how much, and of course follow-up questions. But I don't feel that I have the skill set to do that right now. And that's the way I work. So these are all going to be generic load unload or unloads. It's this that's going to have to be unique, and there's no train right now. So I need 2 rail trains. And what those rail trains are going to do is they're going to load here and they're going to unload here. No, they're going to unload here. So AB is going to have a train that goes from A. This is where if this had still been a 2-train design. All right, so let me pop down those 2 trains. Two trains. Do I have a rail train? Yeah, I do. And they are going to be for purple. Man, this science complex is getting way too big. So you're going to go here until you're full. And then one of you is going to go here until you are empty or 60 seconds. And then the other one is going to have the same source, and your destination is going to be this. You're here until you're full. You're here until you're empty and time passed, or time passed, 60 seconds. What did you say? It's too complex. That's funny. I love plays on words. Hey. Such a pretty cat. So I don't want to turn this on until I get this stuff built. In order to build this, I am gonna need. Well, hi there. BRB. I'm gonna need McKay's. This is gonna be a monster. BRB. Okay. I think you have rails on you as well. Good. I don't think this is enough rail. I also need... Oh boy, how am I going to feed this power? Because this power is going to be... Yeah, this is all wrong. And without a radar over here, I can't remove that. Looks like I did not put down the rails with signals. I want to extend this intersection a little bit. I need this to be fixed. All right, so this is going to have to be landfilled because there's got to be power pole here. Sorry, fish. Hey. Good. All right, so we assume that we've gotten all that to work. We're going to have to deal with these power poles being in these unacceptable places. So that starts the process of getting rid of these. And I can't trust any of these because they've probably expired. And I need to go over there and poison gas that. But these all need to be deleted, and then it needs to be reprinted. That's fine. So I'll mark it all for deletion, and then I'll tell that to not delete anything. So that fixes that. I got to do the same power pole thing over there, though. And that's a slightly longer walk. Because once those are built, then this can get ripped out. I'm going to give it a slightly longer neck. So this will probably have to get placed several times. Burton, thank you for the follow. As a follower, you get your name on a cargo wagon, and you are on an iron train in the old world. In the heart of Europe. Supporting all of this. Thank you for the follow. I hope you're having a good day. I didn't really want you to build all that right now, but okay. Let's get some radar built out here. All right. Then we can delete all this because it's ghosted wrong. Pet our cat. And then paste this.